Good evening, everybody. I was actually on track to starting around 7:30, and then I started trying to clean my emails for some reason. Just shows you how laser focused I am on the stream. I will actually confess, I one reason I had to start at 7:30 is um, I've gotten into a BBC series called Blue Lights, and the episode was a little longer than I was expecting. It's really good. So for those of you looking for, well, actually, while XCOM's loading here, there's a little bit of background that I have that I think is fun for this. To my understanding, at least when I worked in Vancouver film, one of the things that was kind of interesting about Canada's police procedurals, or sort of something in that bucket, is that they'll have accents similar to the American shows. They can't necessarily compete on the basis of they can't necessarily compete with shows like CSI or something like that for star power or effects. So generally what they will do is they will try and compete on story quality, which, just to be clear, like, you can have a spectacular show and, not necessarily have it, sorry, I'm just trying to find, all right, yeah, I think we're good here. Like writing, you can have a very effective, you can have a very effective show, like a well-written show, and have all of the high-quality features that a CSI would have. But for the most part, right, when you have sorry, I'm my attention's drawn to two things. I'm just taking a look at the list of people. I think I might do El Canoe just because he stopped by yesterday, and I'm going to have to radically alter his appearance. But yeah, so the idea here is that you'll have someone who hello, Ellen Ripley. Oh, would you like a character made after yourself? I'm actually willing if you want. So I was originally going to do El Canoe because just because I was assuming that would be sort of yeah, well, that's fine, because this takes place in the future anyway. But yeah, actually, so if you'd like Ellen Ripley, the way that this normally works is I give people a pretty open... you can say whatever you want in terms of your character. And the catch is that anything that's left over is free game for me to... to work with. So if you want, I'll try and make you look like the last survivor of the Nostromo if you'd like. Or if you want, like, you can write down some pretty detailed instructions. But yeah, the idea here is that whatever remains at the end of this will be free for me to play around with. I'm going to assume that you're going to want to be a lady. Anyway, yeah, so I was ranting about blue lights. I think Ellen Ripley's already had to deal with blue lights in their inbox. But yeah, feel free to write whatever you want in inside of it. I can get some of the basics down. We actually had I think one of the last ones that I made was an Aussie too, which I'm particularly amused by. I can share the result after we finish making yours. What was I going to say? Oh, actually. Anyway, so I'm going to give Ellen Ripley a chance to just offer in any details. Cool. I will do so. I always figure it's best to let people opt into whatever details. But in terms of blue lights and Canadian police procedurals, so again, the idea here is that the thing that you're really going to be competing on, or your edge, is going to be in terms of the quality of the writing, and maybe like the acting or whatever. But and then the thing is that you're never going to be replacing something like a CSI, but what you are going to do is like the quality per dollar ratio is going to be much more favorable to regions, outside of North America, right? So the very affluent stations will still be paying serious money to get the Hollywood produced stuff. The Canadian stuff tends to travel quite well because it's kind of like the American stuff, but not as expensive. And so more budget conscious regions will wind up buying those. And in the case of Blue Lights, like, you can definitely tell in some cases that is not a show that's like swimming in cash. It feels like there's basically, 6 police officers that are taking care of all the crime in Belfast. But, very, very good writing. At least, by my standards in terms of, the stuff that I like. I thought it's really, really well crafted. Like, in terms of they may have a limited budget, but they use it exceptionally well. And yeah, so I mainlined the first season. I'm halfway through number 2. So that's why I'm a bit late. Oh, okay, that's funny. Actually, I was just gonna leave. That here.
Los!
There you go. No, we have 2 Australian options.
Got it, moving! We'll no need to ask twice.
Oops.
Got it covered. Solid copy. Double time. Affirmative.
I'll go for the more aggressive of the 2. All right. This is the point where I'm gonna need to. At this point, we're gonna need whatever descriptions of appearance you want. Again, it doesn't have to be super detailed. You can even like say a 1-word one, but again, the idea here is anything that you do not specify is open territory for me to mess with. So if you don't specify, lower face prompts, congratulations, you smoke now. What else was I gonna say? Yeah. So, anyways, Blue Lights was a nice surprise for me, mostly over the weekend, but I did try to sneak an episode in. I showed someone the. Cool. All right. Sorry, just give me a second here. I also showed someone the lives of others, which I don't know if any of you have seen, but it is a really great German movie. Okay. Do we just go for whatever the default face was? Sure. Just for the record here, Ellen Ripley has now specified, I'm happy for you to go nuts, just make sure that you have good Norks. Alright, so tall mohawk. Don't think we can put a hat on if we're going for the mohawk. I'm wondering if we go for the piercings or the aviators. I'm not sure which yet. Right, because all the piercings are on the other one. Okay, we could probably do something face paint wise. Go Furiosa. This is the challenge that we've, with such an open option here. Now I need to have a warning for everybody else. Pale eyes. Need to have something pierce through the makeup. Okay. I just wanted as many spikes as I could manage. Do I try some kind of pink color? I'm thinking, because I've been given free reign, we gotta do the heart. We already got one character with the hearts, so... So I'm debating between digital or hexes. Slightly inclined towards hexes. But this one is definitely getting the hearts. All right, so last part of the equation here. Now that I've gone for the spiky motif, aviators are tempting, but then that covers the makeup. No stud? Not quite as extreme. Was there no lip ring? Yeah, there is one here. There we go. Which means I guess I can't do a lower face prop. All right, behold, Ellen Ripley. You can appear as both a member of XCOM, but also as a VIP to be saved, or a member of the alien team to be. Yeah, or part of the alien team. Oh yeah, sorry, I should have shown you the other Australian. So this was yours, and then Narkexi wanted as Australian as possible, so in this case I needed to invoke the, and obviously the hat was so only the Australians are the one who get the smallest possible pants. But yeah, honestly, if you've not seen The Lives of Others, 100% one for you to check out. Like, the thing is that, like, I've said this a few times in various contexts. One of the problems with there being so much good television or film or whatever, like, everybody's got their show, and there is going to be some, you know, like, when they make a recommendation, it's never going to be enough to just say, you know, this is a good show, right? It's going to be, you haven't seen Game of Thrones? Oh my God, you haven't lived. You haven't seen Breaking Bad? Oh my God, you haven't lived. Like, and there's just a certain point where you're like, you know what, that's fine. Like, I've got better things to do than dedicate my life to watching television. But the thing is that, like, it's frustrating precisely because all of it is genuinely very good. It's just, you know, there's a limit. It's like gaming, right? There's going to be more great games that I will never play. And that's, you know, just the way that it's turned out. So I'm always a little conscious of that whenever I make the recommendation. But, like, unless you don't like movies with subtitles, I find it very hard not to give that a very strong recommendation, and it's definitely one of my favorite closing lines of a movie for sure. Although it was, the person I watched it with was probably not quite prepared for an emotional movie, let's say. So, I guess if you've had a tough day, maybe that's one. I don't know. I'd probably watch it if I was feeling down. But all right. Let's think about, so we need to use the Skulljack on somebody. We need to construct the Shadow Chamber. Olaf! Great to see you. How you doing? And thank you very much for resubscribing and your absolutely absurd run of subscriptions. If nothing else, I'm actually just feeling self-conscious about the age of the channel. I think I mentioned this, but Olaf was a very generous host when I was in the UK. I had a wonderful time. Actually, it's funny, there's that I'm trying to keep the locations anonymous for your privacy more than my own, Olaf, but actually some of the stuff that we saw at the museum made him drink coffee. Yeah, you really twisted my arm on that one. Actually don't remember if I mentioned, but, like, immediately following that trip, I got, like, spectacularly sick. Like, I was simulating a human fountain for basically 72 hours. So I got to go to the plays that I'd, like, booked up for, but, like, I knocked off a bunch of, like, the big touristy things that I had planned in London, like going to see the British Museum and things like that, but I was fine. Like, I got to see some stuff I wouldn't have otherwise. So I think the trade-off is still worth it. But yeah, no. Olaf was a lot of fun to hang out with. But I actually got to. Holy crap! Damn, Ellen Ripley. 2 years of me complaining about yeah, Olaf's made of special Viking stock. That's incredibly nice of both of you. But yeah, 2 years of me complaining about Outward's Discord. But yeah, anyways, I did actually wind up checking out some of the stuff I saw in the museum locally, which was really, really fun. So thank you for that, Olaf. I have been pretty bad at keeping up to date with the archives here, so I'm going to take some time to read a few of these, and then we'll move into the game, and I will try and improve my pretty deplorable quality as I do it. Oh, Olaf, I was actually just talking about this. You probably will have seen this. Blue Lights. Have you heard of or seen that show? Because I have definitely been really into it. All right, historical records, propaganda assessment. The following directives have been identified by resistance analysts based on a thorough review of Advent's ongoing propaganda effort. The aliens' key areas of focus as directed towards the civilian populace are recruitment of an increasing number of civilians into city centers, nurturing an atmosphere of distrust to encourage self-reporting among city center inhabitants, encouragement of the belief that so-called dissident groups are to blame for perceived faults, disassociation of traditional beliefs and value systems in favor of adulation for the elders. Advent Network Tower. The Advent Network Tower is a central hub of the aliens. I'm pretty sure I've read this first batch, but we'll do historical records, armory, and maybe bridge, depending on how many of those are pure tutorial things. The Advent Network Tower is a central hub of the alien psionic network and their worldwide communication system. Although the tower itself is a readily identifiable fixture to those people living in the city centers, its overall function and the extent of its capabilities are still generally unknown. It is widely believed that the Advent peacekeeping forces are coordinated from somewhere within the tower. Advent Public Historical Record. In July of 2015, the coalition government, formerly known as Advent, was first proposed by a small group of human politicians who stepped forth intent on negotiating with the elders. Despite the open hostility initially directed towards these peaceful alien visitors, they were receptive to the possibility of coexistence. Despite their effective conquest of Earth's combined militaries, the elders allowed for the Pact of Unification, establishing Advent's governance. In the 20 years since, Advent has effectively served humanity and created an environment of peace and prosperity. The one set in Belfast. XCOM Project Historical Record. Initially conceived of as a means to defend against unforeseen threats to the Earth as a whole, the XCOM project was first outlined during secretive planning sessions conducted throughout the year of 1993. Although these discussions were only meant to establish the theoretical principles of defense against an unknown enemy, all agreed upon preparations were carried out by the participating council nations immediately. For more than 2 decades, the project remained dormant, with limited personnel records maintained by an agreed-upon representative of the council. In February of 2015, long-distance scans indicated a number of large unidentified objects on a slow approach towards Earth. As agreed upon, the XCOM project was activated on February 10th, with key personnel assignments filled by the latest active candidates on file. In less than 2 months' time, open hostilities between the aliens and Earth's forces ravaged much of the planet's developed world, leaving the survivors desperate and alone. Positive sentiment, negative sentiment, indifferent. I've been mainlining it, so I'm pretty into it. You sweethearts. I also have. I don't think I know either of those two people. Who will probably be disappointed by the fact that I'm not doing XCOM gameplay, but I've been meaning to catch up on these. So Memorial Limited Space has been allocated for use as a memorial to XCOM's fallen soldiers within the Avengers Bar facility. I don't know if we'll actually get any of them, though, because I save and reload a lot. Thank you very much for keeping the hype train going, Olaf, and that's very nice that you and Ellen are both the two that have been maintaining this, so it's appreciated, certainly not expected, but I hope Llewellyn and Helen Sitt both get to enjoy their gift subs. Nearly every aspect of an individual soldier can be customized through the Armory's personnel management screen. A variety of physical attributes can be adjusted along with a range of custom aesthetic choices. Speaking of, Olaf, I don't think I have you on the list here. Did you want a character for yourself as well? I've got Tiberiosity, Revived Snow, Algren, Stellar Jockeys, and Elcanu here. So if you would like to be immortalized as a soldier, I'm happy to put you on the list. I usually do one at the start of a stream. Recruitment. By selecting Recruit from the Armory menu, you have the option of spending supplies to recruit new soldiers from the available pool. Recruitment may become necessary if the number of soldiers available falls below the minimum of 4 needed to field a squad. Awesome. Well, the good news is you get to be both a VIP and dark VIP in certain circumstances as well, so it's possible you'll be joining the winning side, i.e. the aliens. I'll be sure to put you in as little clothing as the Australians. Weapon customization. In an effort to improve morale, XCOM allows for the full customization of an individual soldier's weapon to better suit their preferences. Customizations options include specific performance upgrades as well as custom colors and deco patterns. Weapon nicknames are also a popular choice. You can modify a soldier's weapon through the soldier customization screen. Geoscape. The Geoscape view provides a strategic overview of the Earth, including the location of Resistance HQ, any available Resistance contacts, and any sites available for missions or investigations. By selecting a contact or investigation site on the Geoscape, you can use the Avengers onboard sensors to scan the area for information. Scanning can also be used as a means of passing time while conducting research or awaiting construction. To scan, select one of the available sites listed on the Geoscape map. As the game progresses, additional scanning bonuses will become available. Hey, how you doing, Oliver Sky? I am doing well. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just doing a little bit of the archives, and then we will actually be jumping into gameplay. Sorry, where was I? I'll just do scanning again, and then we'll do 3 more. So by selecting contact or investigation site on the Geoscape, you can use the Avengers onboard sensors to scan the area for information. Scanning can also be used as a means of passing the time while conducting research or awaiting construction. To scan, select one of the available sites listed on the Geoscape map. As the game progresses, additional scanning bonuses will become available. Mission selection. Over the course of the game, you'll often be presented with multiple options in terms of where to move the Avenger, how much time you spend at your destination, and which missions take priority. You'll be prompted when a time-sensitive mission is available. Otherwise, the choice is yours as to which contacts, investigations, and missions are best suited to your operational needs. Avatar progress. From the Geoscape view, the aliens' progress towards completion of the Avatar project can be tracked through the centrally positioned meter at the top of the display. If the gauge fills entirely, XCOM has failed, and Earth will continue on under Advent control to an unknown end. Rumor from the Resistance, Fire Axis. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in West Asia have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. 7 days to get a scientist. I will note here, Fire Axis is in fact the full name of the company behind this game.
I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with this world once the Elders go about their merry way. It might make for an interesting game reserve. Maybe I'll just turn whoever survives loose on each other.
Oops, sorry.
Those.
Your name didn't immediately leap out to me, but thank you for the clarification. And I'm sorry I won't be... My French is really terrible. I use El Canu to practice. But thank you. It's great to see you. And actually, for those of you not familiar with him, I'll do the quick shout out. El Canu is a wonderful French streamer that I saw back when I was looking for the game Satellite Rain, and I've since kind of joined in on his community and watched it. I liked he did it better than the English speakers that I watched, actually, which was amusing. But I stayed around just because he's really great at sharing games that I haven't necessarily seen before. But as you can see here, there are some cool people from his community that stop by as well. So, and his community is very tolerant for my lack of French speaking. But they will also they'll you know, they'll speak in a way that I can understand. It's actually also nice too when El Canu gives more complicated phrases that it's not clear that I can follow. They'll usually
Avenger plotting
clarify.
new course.
All right, so I am going to still get that remaining loot. We do need to knock down some Avatar project progress.
We had some wounded soldiers requiring treatment after that last covert action. With a few days rest, they'll be ready to get back into it.
All right, so not great that we lost Jane Kelly, but Jane Kelly has received a promotion. New abilities can be examined and assigned by viewing the soldier in the armory. Excellent. Well, I will say, if it helps, and one of the problems I run into is I'll speak very quickly, and I'll sometimes use complicated vocabulary, and so it can be difficult to point out specifically where I fell apart. But if it helps for me to unpack anything that I've said, I've benefited a lot from El Canu and his community in terms of my own understanding of French. So I feel it's good to pay that back. And if I can help at all, or if you'd like me to explain anything that I've said, please let me know. But yeah, if you love XCOM, I am definitely remedial in my skill, but I'm having a great time with it. And as long as you don't mind me saving and reloading some of the material, I will do my best to I'll do my best to provide that XCOM goodness we all love. All right, Commander, the factions have identified additional operations to benefit the Resistance. We should meet in the Resistance Ring to examine their proposals. Now, Hunt the Chosen Assassin requires a Major, which we don't have available. I could do Hunt the Chosen... I am mildly tempted, actually, to do another Chosen Hunt. This needs a sergeant or better, and I'm thinking probably rangers are the ones that we want to make faster. So here we can add any old soldier. Maybe what I'll do here is I'll sort by class just to make sure that I'm not thinning out. Alright, so let's take a sharpshooter.
We will work hand in hand with our new allies.
Obviously, if I can, knocking down Avatar Project progress is the #1 priority for me, but if I don't have that option, I'll at least try
I
and...
take no satisfaction in battle with those who do not know it and would not seek it. But I am beholden to my master's will, and they would silence all questions.
A Chosen has clamped down on Resistance activities in this region, reducing the area's supply income.
The Elders never had any issues targeting civilians, and their Chosen are no different. The Resistance is counting on us to protect their people. We can't let them down.
I thought this was going to be more than one item for loot, but upon arriving in the region, we stumble on an illegally operating truck broken down along a rough dirt road. Its operator nowhere to be seen. The truck is loaded with a variety of stolen Advent equipment, some of which may be of use to us. And Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in New Arctic have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. No problem. Thank you very much for hanging out, and I hope the inoffensive Canadian voice will send you to sleep. Alright, I'm going to take a minute here just to see what I can build. Oh, that's right, we also have the promotion. So we can do Blade Storm, free sword attacks on any enemies that enter or attack from melee range. Wonderful. Or Implacable. If you score 1 or more kills on your turn, you are granted a single bonus move. Oh, we gotta do that one.
We can thank Advent for the inspiration.
I want to make this my desktop wallpaper. Oh, that's...
Hey, Commander.
That was great. All right. Yeah, we need the alien alloys to build the better weapons.
I should see if any of the troops have been keeping count on alien kills. Might be a useful recruiting.
Avenger plotting new course.
Experimental ammo complete. Talon rounds. These rounds fracture into wicked microshards of alien alloy on impact, granting 20% critical chance and +1 bonus damage on critical hits. 1 Talon round has been added to the inventory. Not sure I want to do any more of those, given that they eat alien alloys. Power coil shielded. A room is now available for constructing a facility. Okay, so we want to power coil shielded. Power coils are powerful spaces for facility construction. Facilities built on shielded power coils draw no power from the Avenger. Power relays built on shielded power coils generate considerably more power than those in normal rooms. Now, there's an interesting challenge here, actually. So let me just see where this goes. So a power relay will build 10.
Maximum power consumption reached.
Okay, so I was going to say, like, Shadow Chamber's 5, so it's like, I was wondering if there was something
power
that...
consumption reached.
So we get 10 if we build a power relay here.
Maximum power consumption reached.
And we get, wow, just 3? Okay, yeah, so obviously...
Maximum power consumption reached.
Obviously the power relay is the one we build.
Power relay construction initiated.
There's currently an unstaffed engineer who can assist in building the power relay. Would you like to assign them there? No! No, well, apparently, apparently he is.
Commander, I'm going to need more help on the engineering team before I can start clearing out some of these other rooms. We should recruit an engineer.
And it won't let me build any of this new stuff until...
Maximum power consumption reached.
Okay, that's fine.
Commander, we're picking up an emergency transponder signal. It looks like the last team we deployed was ambushed on their covert action. We're sending Firebrand to their position for an evac.
The soldiers we deployed on a covert action were ambushed by Advent forces. An emergency exfiltration is required.
Did you think you were just going to sneak right on by? Not likely.
Operation Sacred Dream, emergency extraction of covert XCOM operatives. Our soldiers have been ambushed during the undertaking of a covert action. Immediate extraction by the Sky Ranger is required. Begin the rescue. I don't think I've done one of these before. This will be fun.
You've got no time to waste. Break cover and move to the extraction point on the double.
So, I'm not even going to pretend that I'm going to get this done in one go. got quite the journey ahead of us. I am actually slightly inclined to just having the whole team go on the upper ground.
Location confirmed.
Now, there's no rule saying that the enemy can't be above ground, so I do want to be a bit careful about this, but...
Looks like they called in some
your
friends.
team is compromised. We're picking up Advent response forces inbound on your position.
Roger that.
Okay, so we don't see anything. That's good.
Getting it done.
Obviously, clustering
Will
up the
do.
group is a bit of a worry, but...
Picking up movement.
Okay. So, I think the free movement is over. Cool! I'm guessing this is because we couldn't see what was dropped off. Alright, so I think here...
Heading there now.
Not so good.
Rolling.
So, I mean, the question is, how much scouting do I want to do here? Surely this
Moving
is...
to position.
Okay, interesting. Clearly I'm not going to be able to stay...
On my way.
You know, stay on the upper levels, so... And, I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm all over it. Shut up. Listen.
So first best obviously would have been if they patrolled into us. But I think here what I'll do
Whatever
is...
you say. Advent forces on the ground.
So the problem here is that this leaves the Ranger exposed afterwards. But...
Not too shabby.
But apparently...
Getting it done.
nobody else could see us. So we'll take advantage of the opportunity. I want to move up as close
Got it
as I
covered.
can, and then we'll go on the upper levels again. Okay. I still think going to the upper levels is the right call here, so we'll maybe
On it.
peek out at the window just in case anything comes up.
Roger that. Go, go, go!
Well, that at least gives me an idea of what I'm up against.
Orders confirmed. On the move. Advent forces sighted.
So I have some ideas about this.
Looks like something over here. Taken care of.
It's going to be inconvenient, but...
On the move. Enemies down.
So the hope here, right, is that we take out the
Enemy
Lost,
down.
and I get to reload immediately following.
My ammo's running low.
The big challenge here is going to be whether or not I want to pick up that item, or if I treat it like a trap.
Got no ammo. Let's do this.
Okay, so theoretically I can move to pick it up. What I think I'll do here,
No problem, boss.
I'll give myself the option. Yep, that's... Well, you know what? We can still take out the Lost.
Well, how about that? Did you see that one? I can handle that.
And I'm not sure if I can
Where do you want
extract the team... Yeah, I can't do it this turn, but maybe what we do is...
Move into designated position.
Okay.
Double time.
And then this one's just going to be a blue move and
I'm
a
going.
reload. So the idea here is that the
Ready
whole
to
team
rock.
can extract at the same time. Okay.
Got it covered. Advent troops spotted.
See you, suckers! I mean... This is dumb, but I'm doing it.
You know that was good. I'm on the move. On Overwatch. Evac confirmed. Heading there now. Seems doable.
The door was right there!
Just in time.
Alright, so, I mean, as far as the mission was blown
I'm
in your
gone.
ambush, this was a pretty straightforward escape. I'm happy this turned out.
All members of Wraith 1 have been successfully evac'd.
So, I'm guessing this means the mission's not a success?
An impressive performance, Commander. Our troops' skills are improving with every deployment.
Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in New Arctic have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Tempting, especially because that might mean
Our
a few viewers
actions
come.
have succeeded, and the elders grow fearful.
Excellent. All right. Then Sunset Brigade succeeded. Our shared pursuit of Ref Il Tessera has revealed information about a hidden stronghold inside the area known as Europe. We are honored to have worked alongside your forces and hope that you will continue in our hunt of the hunter. But we must tread carefully and will only fight harder knowing that we draw near.
We've just received some new intel on the Chosen, Commander.
We've made progress in the hunt for Ref Il Tessera. A new covert action to help the skirmishers continue the hunt is now available in the ring.
We are bound by a common enemy, and together we grow strong.
My kind honor you as you have honored us, Commander. In our shared purpose, we seek only to ensure that no other worlds suffer as you and your people have.
If there are orders you would have us follow, Commander, tell us what must be done.
Enemy units lose 1 action on their next turn if discovered on the XCOM turn. Resistance orders or power. Okay. And we've got a better
Our influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Get an ability bonus. Ah, right. Okay. We do not have that many options in terms of... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do armory stuff first. DeGraff and Bell kind of sounds like an action series. Now, we are planning on taking on some tougher enemies reasonably soon, but I think it's still better that we focus on the tasks that we can. So my ideal would be Hunt the Chosen Part 3, but we don't have a major available. From there, I would say Part 2. So I kind of have to go for a specialist here. Okay, so we've got 3 Rangers, 3 Grenadiers.
Our order is clear, and we will obey it.
Alright, so we knew this was coming. Return fire. Missed shots on Advent officers and priests will trigger return fire. Now, again, the important thing here is it's officers and priests, right? So it's not the troopers. And we just need to find other ways to handle them. Either we take more sure things, or we take them out through other means. Sounds like Advent's upper echelon is tired of us taking pot shots at him. Try not to miss. Commander, the Resistance has relayed information concerning an Advent supply line. We should disrupt their transports. Operation Iron Hand.
Setting course for the Arctic.
Commander, it looks like conditions on the ground are ripe for a quiet operation. If we can get our people into place, they should each have concealed positions to work with. Commander, we'll need to have one of our troops equip the Skulljack for use in the field if we're going to make any progress towards our current objective.
Okay, says it's going to be difficult, so where I can, I want to bring the best. We will bring Dragonova. I'm assuming I'm no closer, yeah. you got a couple people who don't have the so Turner gets the Skulljack. I don't think we have a Grenadier yet. All right, well, let's see how it goes. Hey, Glager.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.
Resistance operatives disabled an Advent convoy in this region, and they sent word for us to come in and seize whatever we can. This is the perfect opportunity for us to recover some of their gear. We'll need to secure the AO and neutralize any hostiles still in the area if we're going to get anything of use out of there.
Operation Iron Hand, supply line raid, Advent convoy. Neutralize L enemy target, secure supplies from the Advent convoy in the wilderness of New Arctic. Thank you. On a difficult mission, I suspect I'll need it.
Menace 1-5. The disabled Advent convoy is just ahead. Engage and eliminate all hostile forces. The squad is in position and concealed. With the environmental conditions down there, they should be able to stay hidden without revealing each other if they're sighted.
Okay. So again, I know better than than not to just have one. Not to protect, but what I'm thinking here, take Outrider. I'm wondering if this is one of the ones where I just need to click on them to pick them up. Okay, I'm gonna run her forward like this
My
first.
life is in your hands.
There's an Advent captain nearby. We should attempt to disable it with the Skulljack.
So this might actually out her. But obviously we want to take the opportunity, so I want to get Lewis Turner as close as I can to that officer.
Good to go.
Already there. Solid copy.
Good to go.
Now I'm not gonna lie, the armor on that officer actually spooks me a bit. Oh, crap.
What would appear to be a single entity is actually a swarm of tiny robotic units working in close coordination to maintain a cohesive form.
There are not a lot of good places for her to go. The only thing I can say is that there's actually very little benefit to me like one thing I should say is that there isn't actually any need for me to to kick this off. I think I will, just because yeah, I have some ideas here.
I will go.
Actually, probably should have saved, because I can see a couple ways that this is going to massively screw up, but...
Moving to Overwatch.
Affirmative. Moving out. Eyes on the prize.
Fascinating. I would have preferred to attack from high ground, but...
Rolling. Overwatch.
I mean, this is my best option standing here, but clearly we're making a big assumption that we're not gonna get caught out by the flame units.
We're visible here. This might sting a little.
We have complete access to the Advent Psionic Network. I have dedicated our systems to processing the new data, but we will need to work fast. It is only a matter of time before they detect our intrusion. We're through.
Apparently I just took a whole lot of damage.
Commander, that appears to be the Codex responsible for safeguarding the alien data stores. We'll have to neutralize it if we intend to recover the data.
Understood. Weapons hot. We've got our target.
All right. Come on, man.
That's it! I think you should see this. It's dead. It has to be dead.
I have it.
I have never seen anything like this. The Codex is projecting multiple copies of itself into our dimension.
For the Reapers.
So Lewis obviously needs the heal.
The Codex appears to be in a state of flux, existing simultaneously across multiple dimensions.
The one thing I'm amazed at right now is that other pod apparently hasn't taken out
Happy now?
Excellent work, Commander.
or hasn't come
It
in.
appears some physical remnant of the Codex was left behind when it dissipated. Hopefully, it will provide some insight into the aliens' ongoing plans.
So I do want to use the med kit, but
I guess that'll be okay. Ready to rock.
I think I'll
Scanning.
take a beat.
Heading out.
I don't think it hurts to
Back in.
just try and get some sanity back into this round. This like turned out rather well, given the fact that I just exposed the one of my characters to a pretty brutal attack.
I will reposition.
high ground would be nice.
I am at your service.
Ah.
If you say so. Don't move. You'll be all right.
Now, most tellingly, we're not actually able to attack the units I thought we could.
Volk says I am to obey.
Is that still true? Definitely like the idea of taking a shot at the Spectre, but I'm thinking maybe we get my people into position first.
I'm all over it.
Ah, damn it! I'm actually slightly tempted to restart the turn. We'll play through it, but
Check it before you get too close.
it is so tempting to get the flank on the Muton.
I'll need more ammo soon.
I don't see this ending well for my people. I could try conceal.
Hidden away.
The trick on this one is I need to get close enough to the sectoid to do something about it, but not so close.
Running out.
Alright, that's a worry.
Watch the flanks, they're moving!
Okay, that's pretty welcome because Blade Master will make short work of that thing.
Now we fight in the open.
Okay, this is not so good. He might even melee Dragonova, actually.
We got one down here.
Comes for us all.
Yeah. Sorry, I know I was doing pretty good on not resetting things, but if it was a normal XCOM member, I might be willing to play through it, but losing Dragonova is, that's a little more than I'm willing to take.
I'm on the move.
What's over there? You'll be fine.
But I do actually have a couple of ideas on how we can handle this. So if we take Judgment Day...
I hope it's worth it.
I think I might be willing to go for that, actually. So it creates the same problem, right? We've got multiple enemies that are now alerted, but... Oh, you know what? That really only damaged one unit, so maybe that wasn't the right call. I don't think those odds are good enough to... I prefer the idea of taking out the sectoid full stop. Ugh.
Sure thing.
So I'm gonna make a guess here that the frag's not enough, yeah. So best I can hope for here in Overwatch.
Ammo remaining. Now we fight in the open.
Oh, that sucks. I think I may wind up resetting again on this, but...
Damn it! They're gone!
Alright, well that's a waste of a shot.
Negative damage!
They're repositioning on us!
Again, in and of itself, not a bad thing, because we can pretty easily deal with the sectoid.
Kill!
Or they can mind control them.
Watch those supply crates. If you destroy them, there won't be anything left for us to recover once the area is secure.
Okay.
Hey, I'll go!
That was not how I was planning on that going. Actually, this is probably one for the combat protocol. Unbelievable.
Enemy still up!
So this one, unfortunately, they forced my hand.
Not a problem.
I don't feel great about it, but I believe this should blow up the truck and so
Frag out!
damage the sectoids. Now, we do need to deal with the zombie. Unfortunately, Dragonova's shadow copy is still sitting around.
Happy now?
Cover my flank!
down here!
Again, that's not a worry at all, because we can take this one out. It's really to seeing what happens with the shadow.
What's happening?
If that was a miss...
Okay then.
I think that's the only appropriate reaction to that happening. Again, I got incredibly lucky there. So, unfortunately, the Gauss rifles
Back in.
used up. I don't like the odds on the sectoid, but it's if I can clear that from some other people to deal with.
That's it.
Zombies no longer a problem. Okay, bad news there, but...
One down, thousands to go.
So yeah, the catch here is I do need to figure out what I'm doing with... Actually, I am curious. If I do combat protocol, yeah, that's not enough to take out the Spectre, so... I don't have a ton of appetizing options with this character, if I'm honest.
Absolutely.
So Overwatch is the better call here.
Some.
And that leaves us with a question of what can we do with Ripcord. So I'm more or less accepting that this unit's going to get like a free shot on me. What I am curious about, though, is if maybe we can have a bit of luck with the with this enemy. So I'm making an assumption here that the shadow copy goes away.
I guess that'll be okay. I definitely got that one.
Cool. So I do have the option. No, I don't have the option of shadow. But what I can do is...
As you order, Commander.
That's not... How is that not a flank?
Death to the invaders.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Anyway, yeah, so the wound was a little stupid because that was self-inflicted, and obviously we needed a reset on that, but... we learned...
The Speaker commended loyal citizens today for standing up to those who would abandon our values for those of the old world. The remarks followed a moment of silence for peacekeepers slain by XCOM dissidents.
I will say the nice thing about that one was the fact that we were able to get the Skulljack progress.
I never had any doubts about your capabilities, Commander. Excellent work as always.
Yeah, I think Turner's gonna spend some quality time in the med bay. I'm gonna do... It feels weird, but I'm gonna do field medic on this one. definitely prefer run and gun. Alright, so I'm definitely interested in what the sharpshooter stories are. So we've got quick draw. Firing your pistol with your first action no longer ends your turn. And death from above. Killing an enemy at lower elevation with your sniper rifle costs only a single action and does not intend... Okay. I don't know how often that's going to be used, but I want to... That is an admittedly very badass looking poster.
Commander, please thank our troops for completing what was surely a difficult task in acquiring the Codex brain. We'll begin work on it as soon as possible.
The Codex leaves only the small, nearly featureless brain when it expires, which has proven remarkably resilient to biological or mechanical scans of any kind. We got an advanced scope, a hair trigger, advent datapad, 54 alien alloys, 19 Illyrian crystals, 98 supplies, Purifier Corpse, Trooper Corpse, Officer Corpse, Sectoid Corpse, Muton Corpse, and a Spectre Corpse. Remarkably, though the Spectre's body is actually composed of millions of separate nanobots working together in harmony, it retains its singular form even in death. The nanobots no longer appear to be functioning, but they remain tightly coupled through a surprisingly strong magnetic attraction. Our troops recovered one of the Advent datapads from the field, and there is valuable intel stored within. We can recover the intel, but it will require some time. Spectre Autopsy. Known simply as a spectre, the study of this being will no doubt lead to revelations as to its unnerving ability to conceal itself and move beyond the confines of the humanoid form. Cool. So we're going to have to wait 10 days for the Shadow Chamber facility, but I think that's the clear next step.
You have delayed the aliens' efforts towards completing the Avatar project, Commander. Let us hope the assets you recovered will prove useful in uncovering the aliens' plans.
I'm actually feeling pretty good about the Avatar project, too. I thought we were going to be getting closer to the end before we could take out a facility. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance and New Arctic have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Not now, we still want to do the alien alloys, although I do want to visit the armory to build the upgrades. Or sorry, engineering to build the upgrades.
I probably could have saved a lot of time repairing the ship's systems if we had any idea how to translate their language. Unfortunately, we don't come across many linguists out here.
Oh, that is definitely one. And Ranger Hunter's Instinct. Range attacks against flank enemies deal 1 damage. Sword attacks have a bonus 10% chance to critically hit enemies. Alright, the extra squad size will be very, very welcome.
Avenger plotting new
I don't
course.
necessarily need the alloys anymore, but I think it's good to complete the tasks that I've
impressed.
set up.
I've always found those extra-dimensional beings to be especially irritating to hunt down.
We located what appears to be a hastily covered mass grave occupying much of the surrounding area. After reluctantly excavating part of the site, our team discovered several badly wounded sectoid corpses. Their weapons and equipment are still intact and can be disassembled for valuable resources. Alright, now I'm slightly tempted to go for the rookies, but I think it was specifying that I'm short on scientists, so it's hard to say no to fire access right now.
Avenger
And obviously we'll have a
course.
supply drop soon as well. One of the things we're waiting on right now is the Alien Cipher event too. Alright. That was it. I'm going to do the fire axis. I'm going to do
The aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
I'll do fire access, we'll get the supplies, and then we'll open up the new region. One of the things I'm conscious about here is that we are going to be going up against one of the alien hunters' enemies at this dark site, so...
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
You're beginning to slip. Your plans are no longer as unpredictable as you may have thought. The risks are ever increasing.
Now, one of the things I'm planning on here with Falmon Mordena, this is why I was thinking about hitting some more recruits, because we know they are weak to grenades, there is a side of me that's debating, like, why don't we just go ham on grenadiers and, like, carpet bomb the Chosen? Undying Loyalty, all Advent soldiers now have a chance to reanimate. Okay, so we'll definitely spend to reveal. Alright, so we definitely want to take out the minor breakthrough. And looks like we got some toys. So first of all, definitely like extra resistance contacts. Contact with new regions is made instantly. Very tempting. Yeah. And then with the skirmishers... So the resources are nice, but I really need the combat advantage. Alien machinery cleared. Okay.
Maximum power consumption reached.
Commander, construction of this shadow chamber should allow us to better break down and analyze all the alien artifacts and data we've been recovering.
I'm working on it!
Commander, the aliens are still moving forward on the Avatar project. Taking out that facility would deal a serious blow to their efforts.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Plated armor. Codename Yorick. We've recovered enough of the Advent armor to begin repurposing the outer plates into something better suited to our soldiers. The material itself seems to be the same as what the aliens utilized throughout the Avengers' hull, an extremely durable substance with an unusual ambient magnetic property. As an armor component, the magnetic field surrounding these plates will actually provide additional protection against magnetic-based weaponry, most notably the Gauss weaponry commonly equipped by Advent. New item available, Predator armor. New research available, Illyrium. New Proving Ground project, Exosuit and Spider suit. Using scavenged plates of Advent armor, this suit provides increased protection and additional inventory capacity for our soldiers. The Spider suit. Spotty records from the ruined mainframe at XCOM HQ indicate an early prototype for a light armor suit coupled with a grappling hook never came to fruition. Our recent mastery of the aliens' materials may allow us to revive the concept. Exosuit. If we combine the power-assisted armor prototypes we've been working on with some of the Advent plating we've recovered, we could develop a heavy variant of our plated armor. More importantly, we might be able to add a heavy weapon mount directly to the armor, combining significant defensive and offensive capabilities in a single suit. Technology breakthrough, modular sniper rifles. Commander, we have made an astounding breakthrough. We must begin researching modular sniper rifles immediately, otherwise the opportunity will be lost. Advent Purifier autopsy is now instant. Commander, given our extensive battlefield experience against the Advent Purifier autopsy can now be completed instantly. With a greater understanding of the systems behind the Advent Purifier's unusual tolerance of environmental hazards, it will likely be possible to emulate their methods for some use in our own equipment.
After a careful examination of the specialized Advent unit identified as the Purifier, I have found clear evidence of genetic modification to the subject's thermoregulatory glands. These changes in conjunction with their specialized armor, give the Purifiers an impressive heat tolerance, bordering on total immunity.
Holy crap, I'm not reading all that. Advent Purifier Autopsy, codename Paizo. Reinforced underlay active. Officially designated as a purifier unit among Advent's various field-deployed personnel, these hybrid soldiers appear to have been specifically designed and equipped for high-temperature exposure. In the field, the purifier is unique in its exclusive wielding of a portable flamethrower. No doubt Advent's direct exposure to the increasing number of loss that seem to be overtaking the outlying territories. However, despite their oftentimes reckless use of these flammable materials, the purifier is seemingly immune to the intense heat and even direct exposure to the flames that accompany their gruesome work. Although I would have initially hypothesized, that much of this tolerance comes from the design of their armor, my autopsy has revealed something else entirely. While a cursory examination would have us believe the purifiers are no different from the other humanoid Advent forces, this is not the case. The skin of the purifier is wholly unique. Whereas we might find 10 to 20 layers of interwoven cells in a typical human, the outermost epidermal layer of the purifier is nearly 3 times that thickness in any given area of their body, with an unusual capacity for both absorption and retention of moisture. Working in conjunction with armor specifically designed to support this function by pulling moisture from the surrounding atmosphere, the purifier is essentially immune to the oppressive heat generated by their own weaponry. While I would be remiss to praise the aliens for their questionable practices, I must admit their ingenuity in approaching these targeted genetic manipulations is nothing short of exceptional. And I'm going to assume that says Artigan. Reinforced underlay. The Advent Purifier armor features a number of improvements designed by Advent to enhance their tolerance of environmental hazards. We've mirrored some of these changes to increase the durability of our armor underlays. All vest utility items now provide an extra +1 health. Alright, so modular sniper rifles. Despite initial concerns over balance, our recent breakthrough will allow us to add another weapon upgrade slot to all sniper rifles. I mean, okay. I think I prefer resistance radio.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available. Without access to refined fossil fuels, power is difficult to come by outside the cities, even among the staunchest of anti-alien dissidents. Recovered Advent equipment is highly coveted.
Commander, the aptly named Predator armor should give our soldiers increased longevity in the field.
Badass. I don't know if I'll use them. It just feels good to have the option.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
Soldiers now have a chance to recover from negative traits after completing multiple tactical missions while uninjured.
Commander, the infirmary can be used to improve the recovery process of our wounded soldiers, and over time they'll also recuperate from any negative conditions they've picked up in combat. We can also speed up the process through therapy if needed.
An engineer can be staffed here to decrease the time it takes soldiers to recover from wounds. Soldiers can be staffed here to remove any negative traits they acquire in combat. A soldier with a negative trait can recover here to have them removed, but they will be unavailable for combat for 5 days during the process. Soldiers with multiple traits will take longer to recover. So I think we should definitely do that sooner rather than later. We do know there's a retaliation.
We have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are willing to share their knowledge of Advent's operations. The aliens are actively pursuing them. It will be up to you to ensure the safety of our operatives, Commander. Good luck.
Communication from the Resistance. Commander, the Resistance Council has a new high-priority mission information. Operation White Tower. Rescue a VIP from an Advent cell. Looks like we get a scientist as well.
Setting course for Sector 1, the Arctic.
So it says moderate difficulty. I think we can afford to... Okay, Lewis Turner's still wounded. Elena's tired. I don't want to be too stingy on the people I bring. Okay, so right now we're missing a sharpshooter. But again, my best are all tired, so... I'm thinking a smoke grenade is probably more appropriate for the sniper. I will bring Kratal Mox. And I am tempted, I think in this case we will bring another Grenadier. So nanoscale for the people who might be on the front lines. Okay, if that's the case... Actually, no, we can give him the flashbang. Apparently not. Alright, well, congratulations, you get to be a frontliner. What a weird loadout.
Ranger,
we're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
We just got word from the spokesman. Apparently the aliens have captured a VIP of critical importance to the resistance effort, and they'd like us to handle the rescue operation. We'll need to lock down the area, free the VIP, and evac the target as quickly as possible.
Operation Winter Tower. Rescue the VIP from an Advent cell. Rescue the VIP from an Advent custody. Advent municipal block in Novgorod.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
That's gonna be fun.
Our position is concealed.
Again, I'm under no illusions about how bad I am at this.
Already there.
Oh boy. So these caused me a world of hurt last time.
Covering distance.
Got it. Moving.
The best outcome for me, I think, is if I can
motor.
make it to the VIP without triggering an alarm. And then just sort of fighting our way out of the
Double-time.
the city. But, I mean, circumstances will probably force
Roger that.
force the actual encounter that I'm going to get. Oh, Jesus.
We've got an enemy squad here.
Cool. That is actually slightly crazy that alas. Oh, hang on.
A useful aid.
Wow.
As you command.
Not a problem.
Oh, come on. Oh, wait.
Found it!
No, that's kind of fair. Okay. I will try and fight through this. Obviously, the point of the ambush is so that you can, like, you can actually take advantage of the situation. But I'll do a round of this, see how it goes. Of course I don't have, alright. This is now gonna suck. I think I get a return fire now, right?
Missed the target. Incoming fire.
Now this will blow up on him.
Moving out. Hard target. Minimal damage.
Yikes. This is just hard all over. So the odds on this suck, but...
Okay, this is bad.
Kill confirmed.
So I guess the best we can hope for here, we either take our shot on the advanced priest. You know what? I'm gonna go for it.
Got something over here. No longer a threat. What am I doing with this?
A new world awaits me.
Oh, this is gonna be horrible.
You will never see it.
We just picked up the Chosen Assassin's energy signature. She's moving on the squad's position, Commander.
I will end this quickly.
Okay, so I mean, obviously, this thing's gonna take our people out if we don't do something about it, but...
I move.
I'm really worried about this because it strikes me... Oh, God. There's like nowhere to hide, too.
Enter when ready. The extraction in
Menace
progress.
1-5 status confirmed. VIP is in tow.
I
Proceed
suppose
to the extraction point.
exposing the... Oh, wow. I didn't know that took an action. I'm thinking probably... You know what? Before I go any further, let's just roll that back a little bit. The original sin was the getting detected. And in fairness, Praetal Mox running ahead lost me the view, so... Although speaking of, where the hell is he? Okay, up front. Actually, this is a bit weird. So, if I'm not mistaken, this will... Yeah, okay. Part of the difficulty here is it's not that I don't know the priest is here, it's just that I'm not 100% sure how the sight lines work, because to me that still counts as cover and you're moving from cover to cover.
I'm on the move.
Okay, not actually what I wanted to do, but you know what.
Roger, I've got my eyes on. Moving to Overwatch.
Utilizing hook. Moving there.
What?
Now we fight in the open.
Maybe I'll start with... So first of all, actually in this case I'll just do temp save 2 here, because it strikes me that we're... I'm kind of accepting that this is a time for me to learn line of sight. It's gonna get boring for a bit, but hopefully spending some time Okay, so apparently all of these are... Actually, this
Changing
isn't?
position.
Or is this another case where, because we don't see the priest... How odd.
I'm on the move. Affirmative. Covering now.
Moving out. On Overwatch.
Understood. Moving out. Affirmative. Covering now.
Yep, so that was all about just not being able to see the priest.
Non-evade detection.
So I don't feel like I can move the ranger up here.
I'm on the move. I'm on it.
I do also need to keep in mind, like, I should be more conscious of the fact that we don't have an unlimited timer on this mission.
Rolling out.
But that is an opportunity for us to run through. Okay.
Moving out.
So obviously some of these people are exposed to the open.
Running.
Problem is, if we go in the building, I'm not quite sure how... Well, okay, I guess we open the door like so, but... Oh, I just created problems for myself doing that, actually, because I can't get past this, this sensor. So yeah, we'll have to go through the office building. Or above it. So I guess one of the questions is, can we get... So I can't get any of those folks on the roof, which is fair.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, well, that doesn't work either. So I guess question number one, who can I get on the roof?
Move, move, move.
There's probably safety in, like, the middle of the roof. Yeah, so this doesn't
to that location.
feel great, but at least I'm forcing movement, you know, somewhere in this building here.
Let's do this.
Oh, she was supposed to go on the roof. Crap. Okay.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Ooh, gross.
Roger that.
Agreed distance.
So the reason for doing that is so that Mox can get the door without people banging it open. Okay, so nobody can actually move without triggering the bad guys.
Moving there.
Cool.
I stand ready.
It's definitely a very, very delicate situation. I think the first best we can hope for...
Affirmative. Moving
I
out.
definitely want to be doing blue moves right now. Just in case things go...
I'm on it.
really bad.
Moving on target location. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
That's a little more hopeful.
I'm all over it.
It's a really good game, yeah. I mean, obviously I'm struggling a little bit with some of the placements and such, but again, part of this is an education. Okay, so some of our folks here just can't move at all, which is a shame, but will accept and do the Overwatch. Now I'll feel a little more comfortable moving. I actually feel a little more comfortable moving over here because at least this is high cover.
Scanning.
All right, so that person gets detected presumably, or not.
Menace 1-5, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
I mean, the question is, do we just, like, try and make this... Do we try and make this happen now?
Affirmative. Covering now.
At least we've got the high ground.
Got it covered.
So this will be the one to trigger it.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Question is, can I get Mox in a useful place before it all starts? Probably not.
To that position. Attacking on sight.
On Overwatch.
I mean, this won't be enough to kill the unit either.
We're spotted!
So I'm kind of curious what the reaction looks like for all of this.
neutralized.
So, I mean, could have been worse. I definitely have my work cut out for me as far as getting the extraction done on time. But we haven't used any grenades yet, so...
Sounds like that Chosen is headed right for us. Keep your guard up and your eyes peeled.
Hey, we got loot here. Only the best.
There is no shame in their defeat. They know nothing of their actions. I am coming for you.
Alright. I genuinely don't know about this one, so we'll make attempt 3 and see what kind of excitement we can get up to. Now, one thing I do need to do is still ensure that my people are in cover. So one thing I need would be eyes on the enemy. The other thing that I need is...
Got it covered.
Or sorry, there's a few. Sorry, I need to. Let me rephrase it. I need an idea in terms of where everyone is for sure. I also need to get the VIP out, which we might be able to do without that much trouble. But like, I don't want to bank on it. Is this the best option I have right now?
I will move.
I did not know that they had not triggered yet. So apparently I can't justice these guys. I'm wondering if pulling back is actually a smarter thing to do here. Doesn't put Mox in a great place, but... Okay, so knowing what we're up against there...
Absolutely.
This strikes me as a really good recipe for poison.
I'm on it.
But the thing is, they actually need to approach me to be able to poison. And the rest of this really depends on how soon I think the Chosen's showing up.
Roger that.
So I'm gonna make a risky move at the entrance here.
Affirmative. Moving out. On Overwatch.
Oh, that's right. They only get one move because of tactical analysis. That's interesting that we don't get the...
Orders confirmed.
Obviously this is risky, but... So first question is, does the... Yeah, sniper doesn't get to do anything with that. Damn. So this is going to be a pure balls to the wall turn.
Not too shabby.
Your strike only serves to expose your inexperience.
You cannot run. Changing position.
That doesn't look like something you'd use to help someone, does it?
I want to see how the rest of this turns out. So what we're kind of counting on here are a bunch of flanks on the aliens to see us through. And actually, we only have 2.
Sure thing.
Okay, it's a good start.
My ammo's running low!
Orders confirmed. On the move. Good riddance.
They will fight no more.
Such weakness. Now
Hey,
you see why
Curiosity.
the Chosen were sent to deal with this situation.
No problem. Again, so the thing on this Tapirosity is like, I don't like. Obviously, I don't like it, right? But I simultaneously don't think that people need to like wear a hair shirt about it for the whole time. So like, I appreciate the apology.
System infiltration in
But the thing
progress.
for me is that like the only way it's like a genuine problem is if it's like a repeated thing, right? So I think we know where we both are. I appreciate it. And again, like you're still on the list in terms of like people I'll make characters for and all that. So I appreciate it. But on the other hand, like I don't feel like people need to, you know, they don't like you don't need to like apologize for it every day for sure. So I can get extra money. You know, let's go for the big reward. All right. Well. Now again, I'm exposing the VIP to potential danger here.
System. You've got access.
But it is saving my characters the
Okay. Come get some.
all right, not great, but
They may live on for now, but their time grows ever shorter. Perhaps if you stopped allowing your troops to be captured, you wouldn't expend so much effort in recovering them.
We've got the Chosen right where we want them. It's time to strike.
My reserves are endless, Commander.
okay, that is scary.
Soldier down. Get him back up ASAP.
As you order.
You are perhaps the lowliest of all the wretched creatures inhabiting this world. Look on your death today as an act of kindness on my part.
No tissue damage. I must have ammunition.
Okay, so the trick on this one is we need to drop the
Heading out.
grenades on the Chosen here.
Catch!
Grenade out. Taken care of.
There is something rather satisfying as doing a pistol finale.
At one time, it would have been unthinkable that I might ever fall in battle. Now, it appears appears you have bested me once again.
We showed the Chosen that the Resistance is here to stay, Commander. Now we just have to find that thing and put it down for good.
Target disabled.
All right.
Toss me some ammo. 10-4.
Hey, Pandora Corp. Yeah, unthinkable that they're defeated in battle. This is sloppy as hell at this point, but I don't think there's any enemies right now. I suspect there'll be some dropping in on us, but at this point, I think we do a flat run to the extraction point. Although it looks like somebody needs to pick up the VIP.
Moving to position. The VIP is secure and we're on the
Menace
move.
1-5, status confirmed. VIP is in tow. Proceed to the extraction point.
So I'm sure we'll be able to do this in 5 turns, but I'm a little concerned.
Moving out.
Must reload now. Repositioning. Yes, Commander.
Location confirmed.
I'm hoping there's no further environmental damage. Like, that would suck if this falls out from underneath them. I'm super tempted to try another hack, but I think we need to get people out of here.
Got it.
Okay, so the fact that they're taking okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Menace 1-5, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
I don't think we're going to be able to get everybody out. Ooh, we're not even going to be able to get them out this turn. All right, fair enough. But we will make sure that we set up a welcome for the new arrivals. So the ideal, of course, is as much high ground as possible, but I think we need to
Not a problem.
spread the love as far as the
On Overwatch.
the cover is concerned. So we got one, ooh, 2 slots. Not ideal.
I'm going. Come get some. Location confirmed.
I will go.
So I expect everybody can extract at the start of the next turn.
Moving to position. Affirmative. Covering now.
And then this one's gonna suck a little bit, but I believe the enemy
Position
doesn't get to
confirmed.
attack on its first turn. If they do, this character's in deep trouble. But
Got it covered.
the assumption here, of course, is that I just take everybody out in the when they land with the Overwatch.
Advent forces sighted.
I will not fail you again.
Promises, promises. Oh, he's gonna get his reaction shot. Never mind.
Well, how about that?
Armor still holding! Menace 1-5, hostile interceptors are on high-speed approach. Your window for extraction is closing.
Okay, let's make sure everybody can get in.
Move, move, move!
I want to see if I can cram everyone into the evac zone.
Got it, moving.
All at once.
Affirmative.
Oh, that wasn't where I wanted them good to go.
Moving far.
No, VIP stays behind to defend against the robot.
No need to ask twice.
On my way!
So I always thought there was like an extract everyone button. Anyway, photo finish. You're all VIPs in my eyes.
Get out of here!
VIPs in the lab coat. So, I don't know. There's definitely ways that could have improved.
VIP secured in position for evac.
I think most of the
Ready to boogie.
resets were more line of sight things, I think. Like, obviously I was being a bit silly running mocks all the way up front. And then the only thing I can say is it would have been nice to avoid the damage from the Chosen. But the thing is that I'm not 100% sure how likely it is you can avoid the damage from the Chosen, because they do seem to be kind of hidden for a while. Either way, though, I've had better, I've had worse.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
I had hoped this is how we would meet on the field of battle. We gain a scientist.
The speaker commended loyal citizens today for standing up to those who would abandon our values for those of the old world. The remarks followed a moment of silence for peacekeepers slain by XCOM dissidents.
The Elders would have us believe that the Chosen are beyond our reach. Immortal children to immortal gods.
All right.
Both will fall.
Demolition or suppression? I think we'll do suppression again. It's a pretty good poster. Apparently we don't get to choose, so I will do that when I'm back in the Sky Ranger. Return Fire is really tempting, but I'm gonna go basically like the build that I have before.
You and your crew have dealt another serious blow to the aliens' efforts today, Commander. Impressive work.
Hello, Takri. How are you doing tonight? Commander, you've done an exemplary job in seizing this opportunity to strike back at Advent in New Arctic, a move that will surely embolden resistance forces around the world. Please use the accompanying allotment of resources to further your advances. Right. Already did the poster. I should actually show, Crew, you may be amused by this promotion poster.
You know, I probably wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for your father. He was, something of a miracle worker.
Getting the Avengers' power back online was a miracle. I'm not entirely sure how he deciphered their system, but we'd still be half buried in the sand if he hadn't. He gave everything he had to get the ship running. But he didn't live long enough to see her fly.
We owe you both a debt of gratitude.
You can honor his memory by using this ship to destroy the aliens wherever we find them.
You'll get no argument here.
Okay, so power relay is... Commander, we still have a supply drop from the Resistance awaiting pickup. We could use the additional supplies to purchase weapons and armor or build and upgrade facilities. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in West Asia have brought us reports of activity we may want to investigate. I've got too much stuff to do right now.
Slowly, my knowledge of your movement grows, and with each passing day, I come closer to ending your ceaseless flight from battle.
Scientists, supply drop, probably the next region, or maybe we go after the, the Chosen. Among the last holdouts in this area, a small group of resistance fighters known as the Fire Axis made contact while we were scanning the region. One of our soldiers claims to have known several members of the elusive group and was able to recruit one of their scientists to join Dr. Tigan's lab. Dr. Yvonne Guzman, scientist. And for those of you who don't know, Firaxis means Fire Axis. So, all right, let's get the
Avengers plotting
supplies.
new course.
There were some casualties during that last covert action, Commander. But our troops will all recover after some well-earned rest.
He's also a grenadier, so there's a bit of a worry there. Together we have found the true sanctuary of Remedial Tesora hidden in Europe. Now we must only find a means of entry, and we will be that much closer to slaying the Elder's prized servant.
Our strength against these Chosen grows just as our knowledge of them does.
We've made progress in the hunt for Remedial Tesora. A new covert action to help the skirmishers continue the hunt is now available in the ring.
The skirmishers respect your ways, Commander. Your people fight with honor.
I can see what it is the Elders find in you, Commander. Your skills are not easily created from tissue and blood. When we are finished, there will be no more creations of any kind from the false gods. Atos.
All skirmishers, all those freed from the Elders' bonds, are eager to hear your orders, Commander.
Our influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
God, it's tempting to counter Chosen activity, but we gotta do Hunt the Chosen. I don't have a major available? Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's our best option.
do whatever is needed.
This is definitely going to take longer than I'd planned.
I hope you're ready to be famous.
One shot, one kill, no luck, all skill. Okay, not exactly how I was planning for all this to go, but... Okay, still working with Captain Kelly. Oops. Yeah, we'll get this.
In my quest to be the Elder's favored child, even I must resort to the deceptive tactics of my enemy.
Now, that's on me. I definitely should have been equipping these mods while getting the
Chosen
mission
aren't
started.
afraid to resort to sabotage tactics if it means slowing down our efforts. We need to work to prevent these attacks before they catch up with us.
Power relay, Avenger power capacity plus 10, new staff slot available, increases Avenger power. Now I don't think I have the resources to create the Shadow Chamber. Although I am curious, so if we go for an upgrade. Interesting. I think I'm gonna let's focus on the Shadow Chamber first, and then we'll worry about upgrades.
Our research was a success, Commander.
Research Radio, codename Marconi. I wonder why they called it that. The Avenger serves our purposes adequately in terms of coordinating our communications network, but if we hope to increase our range and reach every possible outlet, we will have to do more. A series of carefully positioned relay towers would suffice, assuming we can miniaturize the technology we've adapted from the aliens' own communications equipment. It may be difficult to balance the requisite power levels versus the increased chances of detection. This is our best chance to expand our capabilities. With the increased coverage, we can expect the efficiency of local resistance operations to improve, strengthening the groups working within range of the towers. Alright, we're inspired for psionics. Commander, our science team had a novel idea related to psionics. If we begin research immediately, we should obtain results faster than usual. If we begin another research project instead of acting on this inspiration, the opportunity will be lost. How you doing, Lord Gloom? Were you playing Arc Raiders recently? I'm pretty sure I stopped in while you were playing that. I think it makes sense to do psionics in this case.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology.
I'll
have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
Yeah, I was really interested in it when Embark Studios kind of announced their existence, and that was the first game they were talking about. But they actually, so it used to be, it was a free-to-play game and it was PvE. And then it changed to an extraction shooter, and then they had a fee. And the thing is that while I really enjoyed the extraction shooter mode for Battlefield 2067 or whatever, or no, damn it, not the most recent Battlefield, the one before it, 2042. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, so this is the thing, right, is that, like, adding the PvP element, it's like the Dark Zone in The Division. Like, the game encourages you to go into the Dark Zone, but I've never, liked the Dark Zone. It's always something that I do because the game's making me, as opposed to it being something that I actually want to do.
Commander, based on my research in collaboration with Shen, I believe we can reduce the intel costs of contacting additional regions by building radio relay towers along our network. The further a region is from a relay, the more it will cost us in intel.
so I would suggest building relays along the remote edges of our existing
Daylight's
network.
burning, Tygan.
I believe the Resistance will be grateful for the construction of these relays. They may reward us in kind.
If you thought the Elders were unhappy with you before, just wait until they hear you're working with those Advent goons that broke free somehow.
Crap. So we've now got more than one. But yeah, like, I'm really happy
Commander, the Chosen are getting closer to hunting us down every day. The only way we can stop them is to strike first, and we'll need to work on a covert action with the Resistance in order to do that. We should head to the ring. The bond between these soldiers continues to grow. They can gain additional tactical strengths if they continue their training together. Commander, many of our soldiers can improve the strength of their bonds if we give them a place to train.
But yeah, anyways.
The Advent propaganda machine is running full steam. We're picking up their transmissions even way out in the middle of nowhere.
I was going to say, like, I was definitely interested in Embark, basically from the time that I found out that Patrick Soderlund was leaving EA. Yeah, it's just Arc Raiders is a really good example of a game I was really, really interested in right up until they had that change. And it wasn't even necessarily that I thought the game would be bad. I'm actually happy that it's not. But unfortunately, it's a game that I'm less likely to enjoy. And the fact that there's now a dollar value, like, entry fee to find out whether or not I like it was sort of enough to push me over the edge. And then obviously, like, things turned out a little differently. The Finals was the one that they actually put out first. But that was, I suspect that was probably from the fact that they were pivoting to the extraction shooter. But again, like, this is the thing, you know, the fact that, so number one, I think more, I mean, now that they've got some success, I'm sure there's more people, but I actually think more developers should have been paying attention to Embark before. And I think they're a great example of, like, a high productivity team. Now, obviously they've got huge talent behind them and they're competing in the AAA space, but yeah, I think they are a great example of something that I would hope to see more of in the future. Like, I understand that one of the implications about what I'm saying here is the possibility of layoffs, and I don't see those as necessary, and I don't see them as like, I'm not advocating for it here. But my view of it, this like mega game, you know, having hundreds of people working on a product for a long period of time, like, I don't see that as a sustainable model. I don't know how long we can just throw more bodies at the problem. And so the idea here is that Embark is a great example of a company that, you know, has a relatively small team, like, compared to the types of games that they're making, but they are competing basically at that top end. Like, maybe they're not making, you know, a big new Assassin's Creed entry, you know, or they're maybe not making a Battlefield, but, you know, like, they're, you know, the Finals did very well as far as sort of the Battle Royale kind of genre is concerned. I mean, they're not exactly competing with, you know, the teams that they're fighting, or not fighting, but the teams that they're up against are, like, very well capitalized, and they're very experienced in making those games. And likewise, the extraction shooter, right? As you say, you're a big Tarkov player. People have a pretty clear idea as to whether or not they like that kind of experience. And they were able to deliver something with a fraction of the team that that their competitors had, that sort of stands up against comparable games. And I think that's really admirable. So, and I also think, like, there's a lesson, like, my view on this is that I've tried to say this in a few different fora, but, like, this should be the territory that the indies are taking, right? It's not that the indies should be going and making their own, like, Battle Royale, but more, you know, playing to their strengths, recognizing the fact that they have the potential to have a much higher productivity per employee than their competitors, largely because they don't necessarily need to use the old production models. But the thing is that I'm not so married to the idea of indie games are inherently better. So to me, if the more commercial space, right, because Embark was bought by Nexon, if an XEA executive is going to be filling that space, that just means that we get better games and better games at a lower cost. But I also know a lot of indie makers or developers, so I want the indies to be doing that. All right, let's go for the extra power.
Power relay upgraded.
What does the upgrade get me here? I think I can live without that. Now this would have been nice, but I'll learn patience. Yeah. Okay. Now, the engineer's sure tempting. I can make contact in East Africa.
Avenger
I'm going to start with the rookies so we can train them up. But we should make contact immediately after. New targets acquired. We've acquired new targets for our guerrilla operations against Advent, Commander. Alright, our options. Difficult to get an engineer. It also counters undying loyalty. Neutralize the field commander. Alright, I'm probably most tempted on this one. It gets me supplies and it knocks out the Avatar project progress. Yeah, I'm gonna take Operation Fading Valley. Sitreps, show of force. Intel suggests a large number of Advent troopers present under Advent-only leadership, and the Lost are known to be present in the surrounding area. Caution advised. I mean, it does say moderate difficulty, but this sounds like something serious.
Setting course for the West Asian Corridor.
Okay, so I want to keep my my better team available for I want to be prepared for the fight against the Lost, or not the Chosen. So I can definitely bring Mox in. So the question is, do I really want to do 2 sharpshooters on this mission? I may come to regret this, but... Okay, so... try and be fair in the distribution of the protection. Alright, let's see how this goes. This is definitely going to be one where I need to be...
Sky Ranger,
Squad green to deploy.
Because of the number of sharpshooters, I kind of need to keep my distance, but the catch is that if the VIP makes a run for it, that may be irrelevant.
We've been given a prime opportunity to disrupt Advent's operations and delay their current plans. One of their field commanders has decided to tour the actual field, and we're going to make sure he never leaves there alive. Once you hit the ground, find our target and eliminate him as quickly as possible.
Alright, Operation Fading Valley. Neutralize the Advent Field Commander. Objective, locate and neutralize the Advent Field Commander. Do not allow the Field Commander to escape. And it's presumably ruins of Novgorod? I don't know if you're in the way. Yep.
Menace 1-5, we're tracking the Advent General and his escorts, but we don't have an exact fix on their location. Sweep the area and eliminate the target along with any other hostiles that stand in your way.
As I expected, Commander, there are significant readings indicative of the Lost moving throughout the combat zone. Be careful out there.
Tygan's a know-it-all. Alright, again, I am under no illusions as to my inability to play this game well, so... let's...
Move!
Well, crap. Hey, guys!
They've spotted us! Advent troops here!
So, I'm not gonna lie. I've been operating on the assumption that you're allowed like one big run at the start of the game. Clearly that's not true. So I guess it should be like a blue move than a yellow move, but in this case I'm going to do it a little differently.
Rolling out.
Are you
They found us!
Wow, even the lost count. Alright. Okay, lesson learned. No matter what, blue moves. Blue moves for all. Also, this is going to be a hell of a start. So, using the guilty knowledge... I mean, at this point, I'm being corny as hell, so let's just see if we can get away with the one at the far left here. Alright, there you go.
Enemy sighted. Heading out.
Scanning.
Now, the tricky part here is figuring out how I'm going to handle the ground units here. Because this is the sort of unit that does need to, like, run up.
Position confirmed.
Up front. And it's entirely possible that they might just rush me here. I think I'm going to settle for an Overwatch. Now, fortunately, we have a haywire protocol.
On my way. Eyes on the prize.
Yes, Commander. I will watch.
So I don't love these positionings,
Position confirmed.
but we'll make do.
Moving to Overwatch.
Who do they spot? Oh, I'll let him fight it out. So there is one temptation here. Alas. Okay. Sorry, I'm being very, very cheesy. So what I want to see here is if I can set up a... I want to see if I can set up a big Overwatch
Moving to
moment.
Overwatch.
Non-evade detection.
Moving to Overwatch.
Roger that.
So the idea here is anything left over by the end of this is... Oh, actually...
We could use one of those.
This is what I should have done first.
We're good to go.
They're on to us.
So the Overwatch on this stuff is now a problem. I think we're very likely to get overrun by the Lost. Right.
On the move. Nailed him. No longer a threat. Kill confirmed. My ammo's running low. Target neutralized.
Big problem here is the trooper. So the original plan was going to be to try and grenade all these guys. Alright, not so good.
Adjusting aim.
We're picking up an inbound Advent transport. The aliens are going to try and extract the General from the AO. Don't let them get on board that ship.
Enemy eliminated.
The other big problem here is I don't know who or where the General is. Now that I like. All right. So obviously here I want to take advantage of the mech.
Target identity confirmed. That's the General. Take him out before they can escape. We won't get another shot at this.
So I want to see if my sniper can make something happen there. %65% chance. Hey. One of you in chat, this one's for you. And you know it. Although, let's take advantage of the
No longer a threat.
Oops.
Hostiles pacified.
Menace 1-5, kill confirmed. That's how it's done. We need to clear the area of any remaining hostiles. We can't allow them to recover the General's body.
Rolling.
So I mean, it's better for me to take out the advanced trooper first, but let's try and go for the headshots.
It's down.
Nice.
Enemies down.
Wow. That was a good turn.
Target disabled. Toss me some ammo.
Mox isn't going anywhere too helpful right now. I'm slightly more inclined to keep him in a safe place and let the enemy come to us. Yeah, we just can't get him anywhere useful. So, I mean, again, we've no shortage of enemy troops. This is going to be something we need to deal with, but...
No trespassers.
I'd actually like some real cover. I think I'm
Moving out.
gonna have to settle.
Affirmative. Covering now.
So, I mean, at this point, I think we take the best shot that we can.
To get a closer look.
I'll take it.
No longer a threat.
And then for this unit, I think a reload
Locked
is in
and
order
loaded.
first. So, like, obviously we're going to want to get them in the middle of the fight, but this is not the turn for that.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Cool. So that's just the priest left?
Nailed him. Sounds like the Lost are getting a lot closer to our position, Commander. Prepare for more incoming.
Alright, that's going to be a problem. So one of the better things that I can do is move the Grenadier up and take out some cover. Although it looks like no matter what, we need to reload the
It's killing time.
Gauss rifle. Okay, so I don't have any realistic options there. We'll do the pistol overwatch.
Scanning.
I mean, so this is the obvious move here. The remaining question, though, is...
Move into position.
Can I blow up? Yeah, can't do anything. Alright.
Ready to go.
I actually don't remember where... Alright. That's fine.
Position confirmed. On Overwatch. Affirmative, moving out.
I don't feel great about this move, to be honest, but...
Good to go.
Yes, Commander.
I think I'll prefer... Well, I mean, could actually try, Justice.
For the fallen.
Or at least keeps my
Their
people
casualties
protected. So yeah, the problem I've got here, right, I could potentially take them out, but because of the high cover, it just doesn't make sense, especially when they get the retaliatory strike.
Miss the target.
Alright, that's going to be a pain in the neck to deal with. But as long as I can take out the priest... So, I mean, I guess the first question here is based on this sniper. I mean, 75%'s not a terrible chance. Let's go for it. I mean, we do what we can, right? What?
Moving.
This thing's got quite some dexterity for it. This is gonna get interesting.
I'm ready. Scanning.
So the big problem here is there's just too many loss to actually do anything about it. But what we're gonna do is we'll take it slow. We'll do what we can.
Target neutralized.
I think we're just gonna have to accept that we lose this item. I was worried that was gonna happen. I'm gonna try something here.
I will go.
Okay, so apparently the priest isn't an option, even though it says that they're flanked.
It is dead. Must reload now.
So I don't exactly want to tempt fate here,
way.
but I want to make the most of the current opportunities. That's a coin toss, but let's give it. I'll take it.
Target down. Rock and roll.
That's not good. Okay, that's actually kind of...
I think I need some help.
That's kind of lame that it gets to fire immediately after the hack.
My mind is mine. Is yours.
All right, I'm gonna try and play through this, but this is definitely a tough.
No, I must obey.
This is definitely a tough circumstance. So first question I've got is, yeah, no.
Heading there now.
Okay, so I don't like the 44. The natural question is, can I do something with the rifle? Not something I'm comfortable with. So,
Fire in the hole!
I would have preferred using this on the mech, obviously.
Hostile neutralized.
So the assumption here is that we're going to take out the mech this turn.
Target eliminated. Gonna need to reload soon.
Ouch.
Not even close. Negative ammo. I'm spent. Target disabled. Target eliminated. Let's do this. Moving to Overwatch.
So we obviously take the shots on the Lost that we can.
Got him! Target neutralized.
I don't believe that there are no Lost to take out. Yeah. Fascinating. But we apparently don't see the Lost. So.
Come get some.
I move. I will hunt you.
So I think we could have gotten through this without any damage,
We
but
have confirmation. Mission accomplished.
I'd say that's not a bad. That wasn't a bad mission. Despite not knowing the consequences of the haywire.
Another loyal citizen was taken from us this day by the radical elements who would poison our world's future. And still, the Elders offer their hand in friendship. This burden they bear for the sake of all humanity.
I was actually mostly just happy that we had a 69 chance to hit that turned into a crit.
The aliens are probably still wondering what hit them. Let's keep it up, Commander.
Gonzalez studied the blade. I think at this point we can try at least one return fire. We'll do Holly Johnson will be more pistol oriented. That's a pretty good poster. Alright, Lost corpses. The Lost, now robbed of whatever life force was animating their desiccated limbs, break apart easily and collapse into a pile of dry, disjointed body parts. In this state, each Lost corpse looks much like the other, giving no hint of the individual this body had once belonged to. Trooper corpses, officer corpse, priest corpse, and a mech wreck. Lost Autopsy. By improving our understanding of how and why the Lost have come to overrun the cities of the old world, it is likely that we can develop a means of avoiding or perhaps manipulating their movements.
You have done an outstanding job leading the Resistance, Commander.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts to neutralize the Advent Field Commander operating in West Asia will no doubt leave them wondering which of their officers will fall next. Low on engineers. Engineers fulfill a wide array of roles that help expand the capabilities of the Avenger. They can increase the Avenger's power output, speed the building of any facility or proving ground project, and excavate new areas of the Avenger for future construction. To gain more engineers, work with the Resistance factions to complete covert actions, which reward an engineer.
The spokesman took a big risk getting inside Advent. Enough for me to believe he's loyal to our cause. There may still be a few skeptics in the movement, but we've got bigger things to worry about than a man on a screen.
Covert actions can be started at the end of each month or in the Resistance Ring. Build a workshop, which can provide additional engineers in the form of unique gremlins to staff adjacent rooms. An engineer may be available in the black market and can be recruited by paying intel. Many missions can offer an engineer as a reward. These missions will appear regularly as you pass time. Alright, I'm actually feeling not too bad about where the playthrough is. We're a little further on the Avatar project than I would maybe normally want, but it's November 3rd, right? But just kind of looking at where we're at, Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in West Asia have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate.
I have often wondered why the Elders would entrust their knowledge within a being so temperamental.
No!
By our pursuits.
Avenger plotting new course.
It doesn't matter. this will be on the other half of the save anyway. Evening, Vanguard Master. We're actually just wrapping up. But yeah, I kind of want to do the new rookies if nothing else, just so I can have more of the viewers appear. But the trick here is I do actually want to take out the Chosen pretty soon. And so if I can get the rookies to turn them into Grenadiers, that will help me in the long run. Thinking of the upgrades I can build. Could do the training center at this point. Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, what we can do here, right, is we can do a training center. We've got an exposed power coil, so that gets us another 10 power. But it's not like we're going to have that much more to build in the grand scheme of things. Well, sorry, that's not entirely true. Maybe there'll be stuff that unlocks over the course of the game. But yeah, the big one right now is just getting that last covert action to start working on the Chosen. And I'm almost wondering at this point, like, I think I'll go for the rookies, but maybe, as much as I want the engineer, maybe it makes sense to make contact and then go after the engineer. We'll see. I will consider. Africa is actually looking rather tempting to claim next. I don't know. Probably something that I can figure out on Wednesday when I return to this. So, I don't know. Obviously I did need to rely on some saving and reloading, but I feel a lot of that was more... I mean, there's like losing Dragonova. I'm not quite ready to... I'm not quite ready to live with the consequences of that. I need to fold in the pain over time. But for the most part, the reloads were ones that were very predictable and mostly focused around line of sight. So the hope is that maybe next time I play, I will be I'll be a little bit less. I mean, no, because I just reloaded it, right? But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully. I feel like this was, compared to some of the previous episodes, I feel that this was movement in the right direction from just sort of letting the chips fall where they may. I'm trying not to make it like a quote-unquote perfect playthrough each time, but on the other hand, I'm also trying to use reloading to become a little bit more knowledgeable about the game. So, I don't know. I'd say I'd feel a little bit better about the previous playthroughs if my reloads were more like these ones than the others. Because I think it was clear when the ones were clowny and the other ones were, you know, me not wanting to accept bad results. But we'll see. Again, it's all a learning opportunity. I'll be back with XCOM 2 on Wednesday. Thank you both, Ellen Ripley and Olaf, for not just your resubs, but inspiring a hype train. And for the rest of you, thank you very much for hanging out and watching me play Remedial XCOM 2. I absolutely love this game. I remember playing it on release, and it's one of these games where, like, you know you're gonna have a good time when you install it, but like once I actually was playing it, is like, I knew this was gonna be good, but I forgot just how good it is. So I have never actually taken out a Chosen, by the way, so I am looking forward to that. I don't know if that'll happen on Wednesday, but... And then for those of you who want the full week, I believe, so just a heads up in terms of the overall plans for things, I should mention next week I think we're open because the day off is Tuesday for Remembrance Day, and maybe I'll see if I can get the Monday off at work, but I don't think that should interrupt the Twitch schedule too much. But the week following, on the 19th, I will be I'll be at the local game dev meetup, so next week there shouldn't be any interruptions, but the week following there might be. And last but not least, and thank you, Cree. It's always nice to have you here. I know our schedules don't always line up, so I appreciate you coming when you can. And Kilgore Trout is currently streaming, so I will leave you in his capable hands. Kilgore Trout is a fellow Canadian broadcaster, much more successful one than me. He is a member of the GOG stream team, so he is tends to play a lot of classic games based out in the Atlantic provinces, so streams quite a bit later than me, but is also further in the future than me. And currently playing Tron 2.0, which I didn't know exist. Apparently it's based off of the Lithtech engine, so if any of you want to know what Tron looks like as a video game, you get to see it on his channel. Alright, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to hit the raid button. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see at least some of you on Wednesday.